Hello everybody, Triarius Wargaming here, and I just wanted to take you through what I have been working on. So, long time no see. It's been a pretty busy past couple weeks for me, but I have managed to get some things done, and I'm excited to really crank on some projects this summer. So, I'll kind of take you through what I've been working on since my last update, and I also want to say, give a thank you. Just passed 100 subscribers, so awesome. Anyways, over here we have got the some Viking Archers, and on the other side as well, of course, I've been continuing with this the Viking army here. So I got 10 bases of archers done, so 20 archers. And the archery was actually pretty important to the Vikings, even though it doesn't maybe quite get the popularity that the other weapons do or whatever. You don't necessarily think of archery, but in some of the like the Vikings, as they kind of move forward in sort of state formation, some of the leading documents, basically the laws governing the levy, the ship levy, that's what leading means. 1 in 3 men was required to be armed with a bow, and that was probably to facilitate ship-to-ship combat. But that's some pretty significant archery. 1 in 3 troops using bows. And that would probably be, my guess would be the poorer elements of society in that levy armed with the bow. That's how it was in the English levies too. The lowest, status soldier in the British Army in the levies needed to bring a knife and a longbow. So here is the formed unit I've done, which are the eagle-eyed among you might think, yeah, these don't really look like Vikings. Exactly, yeah. So these are, and they've got some Christian symbols there. So these are actually my English freebooters, or kind of traders. So the army I've been sort of looking to build is loosely based off of the army of Harold Hardrada, who he died at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, but he tried to invade England in 1066, as well as William the Conqueror, and of course failed. But fighting on his side was Tostig, who was brother of Harold Godwinson, and he had his own kind of retinue with him. So these are going to be my English traders. And at some point, when I do make an Anglo-Danish, Anglo-Saxon army, these guys will probably switch sides back over to the Anglo-Saxons. But for now, they're going to be some kind of traders, freebooters. And Viking armies, they did have more than just Scandinavians in them. There have been some interesting isotopic analysis, DNA analysis of Viking armies, and they found DNA from basically all the way from Russia to Ireland and everywhere in between. So they would have been very attractive to a variety of people who wanted to make a living by the sword. So anyways, that's what I've been working on. In terms of our next steps, next plans, I think really what I want to do is push through and get the Vikings totally done. Put this army to bed. So we only really have 2 more units for the Vikings to do. We got a couple leaders to do. That's going to be Tostig over there. Those are the kind of herdmen I've got primed. Those guys are going to be some berserkers. And then over here are some figures I've been kind of putting together so far. And there, I got to get those up and primed. This one is going to be pretty cool, I think. I have to use some green stuff to make sure he stuck onto that whatever stump. But yeah, I think that's going to be a cool piece of the army. So we're looking at 2 Haired Man units. I might end up doing 3. This unit I have in this army. I have the points available to do 3 units of Haired Men. These guys were going to be one of those units, but depending on how things go, we might add another one of more Norse-looking troops. So yeah, that's what I immediately want to get done. I also have, and I'm not going to zoom in on those right now, but I have World War II U.S. support weapons to do, which I'm going to probably, I think tomorrow, I'm just going to crank those all out in one day. And then we got the next batch of things to work on, I think, which is going to be French and Indian War. But more on that later. So yeah, it's going to be a big paint-a-thon this summer, I think. I really want to get all those Vikings done by the end of May. Then I want to finish French and Indian War as soon as possible in June. So then we can kind of move on to some other things. And the World War II stuff, I want to get it done tomorrow, and so I can call that World War II project done. I still have my German Panzer IV to do, but that's not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do that in the next couple months. Probably if I play some Chain of Command and I feel like I really need it, then we'll do it sooner. We'll bump it up. But I just haven't really been feeling like doing a vehicle right now, especially with all these Vikings to do. Okay, so I did want to give one quick reading suggestion if you're into the Viking period. Alright, so this is a book I just finished. It's called Children of Ash and Elm, and this was a really good read, actually. It's pretty thick. It's like just over 500 pages or so. This is a really good read if you're interested in the period. There is a large, most of it is not directly concerned with warfare, but there is a lot about the kind of Scandinavian state development, the culture, the kind of Norse culture. And there is kind of a large section on the invasions, and it actually does a really nice job putting everything into context. And it actually made me a lot more interested in the sort of early Viking period, which I hadn't been as interested before. But this is an awesome book. I would highly recommend checking it out if you've got the time to read something like this. It's great. Stuff like Osprey, I guess, can be good, but personally, I kind of prefer more traditional histories. The Ospreys can be good. I kind of find them to be a little bland sometimes, personally. In terms of the writing style, I think they can be hard to kind of get my teeth into. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Now that summer is kind of upon us, I'm going to be definitely posting a lot more. I kind of had a wild push to the finish this past year with work stuff, but now we're kind of at the time where I can start really cranking on hobby stuff. So see y'all in the next one.